Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. As I sit here today, I'm reminded of a friend of mine named Mark. Mark was a talented graphic designer who graduated from a top university with a degree in fine arts. He spent years honing his craft, pouring his heart and soul into every project, and building a strong portfolio that showcased his skills. But despite his impressive credentials, Mark found himself stuck in a rut, unable to land a job in his field. It wasn't for lack of trying. Mark applied to dozens of job openings, tailored his resume to perfection, and even landed a few interviews. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't seem to break through. It was as if there was an invisible barrier blocking his path to success, a barrier that he couldn't seem to overcome. I'd like to share a little secret with you. Mark isn't alone. In fact, he's part of a growing trend of talented individuals who are struggling to find their place in the workforce. But what's causing this problem? Is it the economy? Is it the job market? Or is it something more profound? The answer lies in the way we approach our careers. For too long, we've been told that a degree is the key to success. We're led to believe that if we just follow the right steps, go to college, get a good job, work hard, and climb the corporate ladder, we'll be set for life. But the truth is, that's just not how it works. The reality is that the job market is changing faster than ever before. Automation, artificial intelligence, and the gig economy are all converging to create a world where traditional employment is no longer the norm. And in this new world, a degree just isn't enough. But what is enough? What's the secret to success in this new economy? It's a question that I've spent years exploring, and one that I'm excited to share with you today. But before we dive in, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. In the next few sections, we'll be exploring the concept of the permissionless career, a career that's not bound by traditional rules or expectations. We'll be looking at the enemy that's holding us back, the gatekeepers who control access to the job market, and we'll be exploring the weapon that's going to set us free. But first, let's look at the story of Mark and the lessons we can learn from his experience. Mark's story is a powerful reminder that the traditional approach to career success just isn't working. But it's also a reminder that there's a better way. A way that's based on permission, not prohibition. On freedom, not fear. And on creativity, not conformity. In the next section, we'll be diving deeper into the story of Mark and exploring the concept of the permissionless career. We'll be looking at the key principles that underlie this approach. Principles that will give you the confidence and creativity to take control of your career. So stay tuned, and let's get started on this journey together. As we mentioned earlier, the career landscape has undergone a significant shift in recent years. The old traditional methods of getting hired, relying on your degree, networking, and sending out resumes, are no longer as effective as they once were. But we've also talked about a new way of thinking, one that puts the power back in your hands. It's time to introduce you to our story, Mark, and the battle she's been fighting against the gatekeepers. Mark is a talented graphic designer who graduated with honors from a prestigious university. She spent countless hours honing her skills, building her portfolio, and attending networking events. Yet, despite her impressive credentials, she found herself rejected by numerous potential employers. Why? Because in the eyes of the gatekeepers, HR managers, casting directors, and recruiters, she didn't have the right experience or the right connections. You see, these gatekeepers have become increasingly powerful in today's job market. They're the ones who decide who gets to move forward in the hiring process and who gets left behind. And unfortunately, they're often more interested in checking boxes on a resume than in actually assessing a candidate's true potential. Mark's story is not unique. Many of us have experienced similar frustrations in our job searches. We put in the hard work, we build our skills, and we send out application after application, only to be met with rejection after rejection. It's a vicious cycle that can be demotivating and downright discouraging. But here's the thing, Mark didn't let her rejections define her. Instead, she decided to take matters into her own hands. She started working on personal projects, building her portfolio, and showcasing her skills to the world. And guess what? She started to get noticed. By creating her own opportunities and showcasing her work to the world, Mark was able to bypass the gatekeepers and get hired by a top design firm. She proved to herself and others that she had what it took to succeed, and that her degree and experience were just the beginning. So, what can we learn from Mark's story? First and foremost, it's that the old ways of getting hired are no longer effective. The traditional methods of relying on your degree, networking, and sending out resumes are not enough in today's competitive job market. You need to take a more proactive approach, one that puts the power back in your hands. Secondly, is that the gatekeepers are not the only ones who matter. As Mark's story shows, you can create your own opportunities and showcase your skills to the world. By doing so, you can bypass the gatekeepers and get noticed by potential employers. And finally, it's that your degree and experience are just the beginning. They're not the end goal, but rather a stepping stone to greater things. You need to think beyond your degree and focus on building your skills, creating your own opportunities, and showcasing your work to the world. In the next section, we'll talk about the key to it all, the portfolio. What is it, and how can you use it to bypass the gatekeepers and get hired? Stay tuned to find out. As we continue on this journey to build a permissionless career, it's essential to understand the obstacles we'll be facing. The gatekeepers, HR managers, casting directors, recruiters, they're the ones who hold the keys to the kingdom, or so it seems. But what happens when they ignore your resume, your qualifications, and your experience? What happens when they treat you like just another face in the crowd, just another application to sift through? Let me tell you a story about Mark, a talented young artist who had big dreams and a passion for creating. Mark had a degree in fine arts, a solid portfolio, and a strong online presence. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't seem to break into the industry. He applied for job after job, only to be met with rejection after rejection. It wasn't until he realized that he was playing by the wrong rules that he started to turn things around. You see, Mark had been taught that the key to success was to get the right degree, to get the right job, and to climb the corporate ladder. But the truth is, those rules no longer apply. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, the old rules are no longer relevant. The key to success is no longer about what you have, but about what you can do. And that's where the portfolio comes in. A portfolio is not just a collection of your best work. It's a demonstration of your skills, your creativity, and your ability to deliver results. It's a way to show the world what you're capable of without having to rely on someone else's opinion or approval. And that's exactly what Mark did. Instead of applying for jobs, Mark started creating work that he was proud of. He took on projects that challenged him, that pushed him outside of his comfort zone. And he shared that work with the world. He published it online, he showcased it in local galleries, and he even offered it to potential clients. And you know what? It worked. Mark started to get noticed. He started to get hired. And he started to build a reputation as a talented and innovative artist. He didn't need the approval of a gatekeeper to prove his worth. He proved it himself. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what about the industry standards? What about the qualifications and the experience? Well, let me tell you, those things are important, but they're not the only thing that matters. What matters is what you can do. What matters is what you can deliver. And that's exactly what Mark did. He delivered results. He delivered high-quality work that spoke for itself. And that's what you need to do too. You don't need to wait for someone else's approval to start building your career. You don't need to rely on a degree or a job title to prove your worth. You need to take matters into your own hands. So how do you do that? How do you build a portfolio that showcases your skills and your creativity? Well, that's what we'll be covering in the next section. But for now, let's just say that it's time to take control of your career. It's time to stop waiting for permission to succeed. It's time to start building the career you want on your own terms. And that's exactly what Mark did. He took control of his career, and he started to build a reputation as a talented and innovative artist. He didn't need the approval of a gatekeeper to prove his worth. He proved it himself. And you can do the same. As we continue our journey to break free from the constraints of the traditional job search, it's time to introduce you to the ultimate game changer, the portfolio. Mark, our protagonist, had been struggling to get his foot in the door for months. Despite a solid degree from a reputable university and a slew of job applications, he was met with rejection after rejection. The problem wasn't Mark's qualifications, it was the way he was presenting himself to potential employers. You see, the traditional resume and cover letter approach is no longer enough in today's competitive job market. The enemy gatekeepers, Imagine you're a hiring manager, recruiter, or casting director, tasked with reviewing countless applications every day. You're looking for that one standout candidate who can bring something unique to the table. But how do you sift through the noise and identify the best talent? The answer lies in the portfolio. By showcasing your work, skills, and accomplishments in a tangible visual format, you're giving potential employers a clear indication of what you're capable of. It's no longer just about what you say you can do. It's about what you've actually done. The weapon, the portfolio. So, what exactly is a portfolio, and how can you create one that will set you apart from the competition? A portfolio is a curated collection of your best work, projects, or accomplishments that demonstrate your skills and expertise. It can take many forms, from a physical book or binder to an online platform like Behance or Wix. The key is to showcase your work in a clear, concise, and visually appealing way. Here are a few tips to get you started. Identify your strengths and passions, and focus on showcasing projects that align with those areas. Use high-quality images, graphics, and text to make your portfolio visually appealing. Include a clear and concise description of each project, outlining your role, responsibilities, and achievements. Make sure your portfolio is easy to navigate and update regularly. Don't apply for the job, do the job. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Instead of applying for the job, why not do the job and send it to the employer? Sounds crazy, right? But hear me out. By taking the initiative to create a portfolio that showcases your skills and expertise, you're showing potential employers that you're proactive, driven, and willing to put in the extra effort. And that's exactly what they're looking for. Publish it yourself. But what if you don't have the connections or experience to get your foot in the door? That's where self-publishing comes in. Create a portfolio that showcases your work and publish it online. Use platforms like Medium, LinkedIn, or even your own website to share your portfolio with the world. Not only will this help you build your personal brand, but it will also give you the opportunity to get noticed by potential employers who are actively looking for talent. In 2026, a portfolio beats a degree. So what's the bottom line? In today's competitive job market, a portfolio beats a degree every time. It's not about what you say you can do, it's about what you've actually done. By creating a portfolio that showcases your skills, expertise, and achievements, you're giving potential employers a clear indication of what you're capable of. And that's exactly what they're looking for. So don't wait to be picked. Take the initiative to create a portfolio that will set you apart from the competition. As we've discussed the concept of a permissionless career, the role of gatekeepers, and the power of a portfolio, it's time to bring it all together and take action. We've met Mark, who took a stand against the traditional job search process and created a portfolio that showcased her skills and experience. By doing so, she opened doors to new opportunities and proved that she was more than just a resume. Now it's your turn. If you're feeling stuck or frustrated with the traditional job search process, it's time to rethink your approach. Stop waiting for permission to start your career and instead, take the initiative to create a portfolio that showcases your skills and experience. Don't tell them you can do it. Show them you already did it. One of the most significant advantages of a portfolio is that it allows you to showcase your work in a way that's hard to fake. A resume can only tell a story, but a portfolio can show the actual work. This is especially important in creative fields where experience and portfolio are often more important than a degree or certification. When creating a portfolio, it's essential to remember that it's not just a collection of your best work. It's a curated selection of pieces that demonstrate your skills, creativity, and attention to detail. It's a chance to tell a story about your career and showcase your growth over time. To create a compelling portfolio, start by identifying your strengths and weaknesses. What are your areas of expertise and what skills do you need to develop further? Once you know what you're good at and what you need to work on, you can start selecting the pieces that showcase your skills. When selecting pieces for your portfolio, remember that quality is more important than quantity. It's better to have a small number of high-quality pieces that demonstrate your skills than a large number of mediocre pieces. Also, make sure to include a mix of different types of projects, such as writing samples, design pieces, or code snippets. As you create your portfolio, remember that it's not just about showcasing your work. It's about showcasing your process and your thought process. Share your design decisions, your research, and your problem-solving strategies. This will help your audience understand how you think and how you approach complex problems. Once you have your portfolio created, it's time to share it with the world. You can share it on your website, on social media, or via email. You can also share it with potential employers, clients, or collaborators. Remember that your portfolio is a living document, and it should be constantly evolving as you grow and develop as a professional. In 2026, a portfolio beats a degree. It's the ultimate proof of your skills and experience. Don't just tell people you can do it, show them you already did it. Create a portfolio that showcases your best work and watch your career take off. If you're ready to take control of your career and create a portfolio that showcases your skills, I encourage you to take action. Start by identifying your strengths and weaknesses, and then select the pieces that showcase your skills. Create a portfolio that tells a story about your career and showcases your growth over time. Share it with the world and watch your career take off. In conclusion, a permissionless career is not just a buzzword, it's a reality. By creating a portfolio that showcases your skills and experience, you can take control of your career and open doors to new opportunities. Don't wait for permission to start your career. Instead, take the initiative to create a portfolio that showcases your best work. Show them you already did it